Are you struggling to aim properly in Call of Duty? If so, today I've got very simple tricks that you guys can apply right now. It's going to be 4 simple tricks. We're going to break them down nice and easy. If you guys practice these daily, you will become a top player. So why do I have the credibility? I'm actually a competitive Call of Duty coach. I managed to reach Iridescent multiple times. And from that experience, from playing that, especially hitting Iridescent solo queue in season 1, I definitely learned a few things that helped me improve my aim, which really helped my gameplay overall. So I want to share it with you guys now. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. So starting off with number 1, every single weapon that you use has its own recoil pattern. So what I'm going to do is give you a very dramatic example here. So let me back away and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So right now you can see we're in the private game. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to make a class setup real quick. It's going to be this bottom class and we're going to use let's just use a random weapon, the Goblin. I don't even know what this is. We're going to use the Goblin. Okay, so go to the firing range right now. Okay, this is a Goblin, okay? So now I'm gonna press down twice, and what happens is, okay, this is broken. This is just what you wanna see. There you go, perfect. So when I shoot my weapon now, I'm not gonna touch my right stick. I'm simply gonna just shoot and let the recoil move all over the place. So anyone asking what recoil is, let me show you. If I'm shooting right now, you see my weapons are, okay, I'm an idiot, bro. Okay, you know, I can do this actually. I'm trolling. I'm picking a weapon that's semi-auto. That's a rookie mistake from me. That is very bad for me. That is the worst thing I could have done right now. I'll be honest, the menus are all over the place. Even right now, my gun's just not there. That's my bad. I apologize. Let's get the FFAR. You know what? Even better. The FFAR is an absolute recoil machine. This gun moves all over the place. So I'm gonna show you what I mean, okay? So right now, let's, second time the charm, here we are. So I'm gonna go down here, and as I'm shooting, for example, you can see the weapons going up quite a bit, quite fast. So every weapon has its own recoil pattern. So the first thing you want to do, especially in rank play, we're only using 2 real weapons, right? The Jackal and the Aims, is go here and just line your shot up and simply just shoot and do not touch your right stick, okay? If I had a hand cam, you would see it, but my right thumb is nowhere near my right stick. So ready? Okay. So you can see from this weapon, it goes basically up and then goes to the left after around 15 bullets. Okay, let's try it one more time. So I want you to look at the bottom right here where the bullets are so we can really track it. And let's see when it goes up or when it goes left, okay? So it's up, there. So around there. So around 20 bullets in, it goes to the left, okay? So now, if we're trying to control this, if we think logically, our bullets are going up and then left, right? What I'm thinking we should do is go down and then right. So we're going to shoot, go down and then right, down and then right, down and then right. And you can see it kind of counters it. So down and then right, down and then right, down and then right. Now, this is where it's very important, okay? If we just go and use our normal recoil pattern for other weapons, we may go down and left. If I go down and left, you're going to see it's going to go all over the place. So you have to make sure you understand what weapon you're using. If we go back to the aims right now, we go back here, get our recoil pattern. So let's see what the aims recoil pattern is, okay? We're going to shoot, it's going up, and it goes a bit more to the left as well. So some weapons have a similar recoil pattern. At the same time, you need to know how much recoil you need to control this. For the aims, it's not as bouncy as you can see. So I can simply shoot down and right, shoot down and right, shoot down and right. Even far range, shoot down and right. And you can see it's fairly accurate. That was pretty bad shots from me, to be honest with you. But you can go through, you can see just generally. And to be honest with the aims, I only really shoot down. And I'm going to get to this in tip 3. But there's something I want you to notice as the burst fire. We'll get to that in a second. For now, we're really controlling the recoil. So the first thing I want to say is just make sure whatever weapon you use, you understand the recoil pattern. And once you do that, just kind of go to this area here and practice shooting your gun the opposite direction of the recoil. So instead of it going up naturally, you're going to move your right stick down. And you're going to see right here, for example, this is no recoil control. Ready? No recoil control. It's going up and then left, okay? But when I actually apply recoil control, you can see right here, I go through. Can you see I'm not really going higher? It's going left and right because I'm moving, but it doesn't really go higher. So number 1 is understand your recoil pattern and counter it. Now, tip number 2, I would say this is something that is probably one of the most important things to do in this game. And the first way I'm going to show you guys is, before I do anything, I'm actually going to show you a little video from my channel here where I go through this with an opponent's POV, so you can kind of see this. So let me get the video out, but it's gonna be strafing, okay? Strafing, and basically why it's the most important thing in the game in terms of controlling your aim assist. For anyone that doesn't know, what happens is when you strafe, so when you strafe left and right, your aim assist is then activated, okay? Without that, if you just stand still and shoot, I'm gonna show you right now. If I just stand here and shoot like this, it's okay, right? I can get these kills. But if these bots were to move, it would be hard for me to track them. So you want to strafe left and right like this. That way, it tracks the enemies as they're moving, and you're able to control your aim assist. So let me just find something real quickly of pod aim assist. Let me see if maybe a YouTube short comes up. All right, perfect. So let me show you right here. Okay, so this is from years ago. This is literally from a few years ago, but it's the exact same concept. So we're going to watch it together real quick. Let me put it on. Okay. So this is with no aim assist. Why? Because I'm not moving my right stick. Okay, so like you can see right here, can you notice how my aim's not moving? Why? Because I'm not moving. Even then, even in this COD, my aim is not moving, okay? So it's not moving, not moving, not moving because of no strafing, okay? So imagine I'm shooting the bot now. Like I said, controlling the recoil is easy if I'm just using my right stick. However, if this bot was moving, I would have to I would have to strafe, because if I was using my right stick to track him, like right now, if I go from that to that, it's harder. It's hard to kind of go left and right, as you can see back here again. So what we need to do, you'll see it in just a second here. Let me fast forward a little. There you go. Do you see how now, even watching this, do you see that right there? Look at that, look at that, look at that. This is just from my left stick. Isn't that crazy? This is not my right stick. This is just my left stick. Look at that, look at that. So I'm simply just standing there and they're running right past my screen. So what you're seeing here is when I'm on head glitches, as you're seeing as I'm explaining to the subscriber, is you want to be strafing so that you're activating your aim assist, okay? Another thing, another point on this, why strafing is so important and it helps your aim as well, is right now, imagine if I was standing still, okay? Imagine if I was standing still right now in this scenario. I'm going to show you in a second. Let's get the epic pen up. This is very relevant. Even though this is Modern Warfare 3, this applies to every Call of Duty. This is something that just carries over, okay? Now, imagine this head glitch right there. If somebody comes around the corner and slide cancels right there, let's just say he slide cancels from the other side of the map and he lands there. As he sees me now, if he slide cancels properly like this, let's just say this is the head glitch. If he just did this and I'm not moving, think about this target here, okay? Imagine this is a piece of cover and I do this. I have a very easy shot when I land because the opponent isn't moving. Now, imagine if the bots were actually strafing right now. As I land, I would have to shoot and track it. So whenever you're strafing, not only is it really good defensively, it's also offensively, it's also good defensively because it gives you that extra bit of cover. So strafing is absolutely necessary. So when you're shooting bots now, you can just use your right stick. But what you're going to realize is against the actual players, when they're moving, your shot's going to go all over. You're going to try tracking them like this, it's going to go all over the place, okay? So you want to make sure when you're playing, get into a rhythm. So when you're moving around, you see someone, strafe left and right, strafe left and right, strafe left and right. And it's kind of like, if you guys know in real life, imagine like having to like rub your stomach and tap your head. I remember back in the day when I was at primary school, like people would like, I don't know why we did this, but anyways, I remember people could struggle to do it because you're giving yourself two different inputs, right? Same thing in Call of Duty. You need to get used to strafing and shooting. So now as I move my stick right, basically what happens is the aim assist kicks in. This is nothing to do with I'm not touching my right stick right now, okay? Just my left stick. Do you guys notice? Let me do this one right here. Ready? Like this. Okay, so when I go closer, it kind of sticks onto them. So what you want to do is you kind of go there, use your right stick to control your recoil, and use your left stick, your strafing, to just go into people. Kind of go into where your bullets are. So right now, I strafe. As I'm shooting, I'm strafing. And I'm basically just, my right stick is doing micro adjustments. It's kind of correcting my aim. My left stick is doing all the carrying. My left stick is doing all the work here. So look, even when I slide cancel, that far, look, out far, okay? This bot right here. I'm gonna slide cancel. See how bad that was? Because I trapped the middle, but let me try that again. Let me get rid of that one first. There you go. So you can see at range, it's not as difficult when you kind of center, you kind of go through, you kind of strafe, you kind of make sure you're ready. You can kind of get away with it. I would recommend going to a real bot lobby and trying this because it will really just show you the difference. In these scenarios, you can kind of get away with not strafing, so it's probably not the best time to show you. I'll show you guys in an actual bot lobby in a second. Okay, this next tip, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I cannot stress this one enough. I've mentioned it before, and still when I'm coaching people, I just don't see people do this enough. It's just super strong, okay? So we've gone through tip number 1, understanding each weapon's recoil pattern. So you know, just as we go around, we're going to kind of summarize on that. So let's say we're going through and I see this guy here. I'm going to go around. As I shoot, move my right stick down. Okay, cool. I see someone here. Let's just say, look at the minimap. I go through. I'm going to shoot. I'm not going to stand still, because if I stand still, look at this. If I stand still, it's harder to track, okay? So let me just go around. Imagine I'm just going around the corner. I stand still. I've got to use my right stick. I've got to use my right stick. I'm never going to just walk around like this. You'll never see any good player stand like that. You're going to see this, okay? Go around the corner, strafe left and right. Strafe left and right, strafe left and right. As I'm going around, you see we're using Omni movement. Go around, go around, go around. Strafe left and right. We make sure we're ready for the gunfight as you go through here, for example. See what I'm saying? We're always going to be ready for the fight, okay? Now, the next thing is going to be shooting in burst fire. So this is very important. When I shoot right now, you see I have 30 bullets, okay? Let's go underground so no one can really find us. Going to go through and I'm show you what I mean. So as I shoot my weapon right here, let me hide. As I shoot my weapon right here, okay? Look at the recoil pattern. It goes up and then there. It goes left a bit. So that's when it gets a little bit harder to control. Let's see the bullets when it goes left. So we're going to watch. Now, so around after like 15 to 20 bullets, it starts to have a wider spread, okay? So what this means is if we're going to play and shoot against someone, as we're shooting and shooting and shooting, look at that. Even when we go left, your bullet's going to go all the way left there. So technically, even if you're controlling the recoil, after, say, 15 bullets, it's going to be a little bit harder to control. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, it's very easy to control the first, let's say, 3-4 bullets. This is where it's really, really simple to control. So what you want to do is when you're playing, instead of just shooting 30 bullets at a time, you know, don't just shoot and if you miss, keep going. Let's just say I shoot and I miss, and keep going like that. Your shot's going to go all over the place. So what you essentially want to do is shoot the first few bullets and stop. And this is what's known as the burst fire. So even at long range, for example, let's say I'm shooting, just stop for a second. And when you stop, look at the aim. Okay, look at my aim. It goes back to the middle. So not only does your centering recenter to the middle, not only does your shot recenter to the middle, it also is easier to control. So sometimes what you may find is I may shoot 1 or 2 bullets, stop, and then shoot the next, let's say 3. So if I have to kill someone in 5 bullets, let me show you what I mean. I may shoot 1 or 2. So let me go on my mini map, go around. Let's say someone's right here, okay? It's a bullet, he's dead. He's dead. So when you shoot 1 and then the next 4, it's just super easy to connect. So right here, look, shoot, I'll just shoot 5, okay? If I'm going around right here, again, we go around. We're trying to find someone, slide counts around. You see that? I can shoot 1 and then stop. Shoot 1, stop. And then I can shoot 3 or 4. Or I can shoot 3 or 4, then stop. Shoot 3, stop. So you can, again, go around, shoot 3, stop, and then shoot the other one. So you can kind of separate your gunfight because it will be so much easier to control your recoil. Now, in some scenarios, like right there, I can just shoot and get the kill. That's fine. If it's long range, like if I'm struggling long range against someone on a head glitch, for example, let's say right there. Let's say right there I'm struggling, I can just shoot and then go back. And the last shots is just so easy to control. So right now, again, I'm going through. I'm trying to find a long range gunfight. That's when it's easiest to show you guys. A lot of these gunfights are too close range where I could just kill them. You want something a bit further range. So as I'm going through, right, you want something a bit further range because you can kind of shoot and then stop. Shoot and then stop. It's a lot easier to show you at further range. So I'm going to try to get a jackal out. You know, this jackal has no attachments. It might be even easier to show you because I was just reset my class. So let's say I'm going around, for example. I go through. This has literally no attachments. It's going to be an awful gunfight to take, but just to show you what I mean. If I see this guy, I can shoot and then stop. Shoot and then stop. So I'm going to shoot and then stop. I can shoot and then reset the recoil pattern. When you stop, it gives you a chance to reset the recoil pattern. You see that? Even that, you can shoot 2 or 3 and then go for a fight. Go for a burst like that. It really just gives you that extra, I would say, flexibility in the gunfight. So I can look, right here, I can just shoot because he's there. If I'm going for a long range gunfight, look at this. Shoot 1 or 2, and it's like when you kind of stop shooting, it's so much easier to control the recoil. So much easier. Because you're constantly, look at that. It's literally a cheat code. Now, with the aims, we know it's a 5-bullet kill. So, what you'll see Dashy do in the old Call of Duty, especially in like Modern Warfare 2 with the TAC 56, is this what it will do, okay? Let's say he sees someone. If it's a 5-shot kill, he will only shoot 5 bullets. And then then he'll stop and recenter his shots. And that way, if it doesn't kill the opponent, he has a second chance to kill them without his gun moving. So it's just like a nice way of controlling your recoil. So I might go up right now. So go up, shoot. If I don't kill him, I reset. If I kill him, great. If I don't, I reset. You just want to shoot enough. Another thing, really, really important. I can shoot enough, reposition. Now he's repositioned, I can get a kill again. So you can kind of just shoot enough and then back away. Now he's one shot, go around again, slide cancel, take him out. So you could not only reposition in your gunfight to make you a harder target, you could always control your recoil. So whenever you're fighting someone at a bit of a range or on a head glitch, don't feel like you have to just shoot, right? Just to do this, like shoot a few bullets and then stop. Shoot a few bullets and then stop, and then shoot again. But you'll notice that it's so quick to stop and start again that you don't really notice it as an opponent, but you're way, way, way more likely to control your recoil. It's so good. It really is. If you guys can add the burst fire, it's super crucial to just add value to your game, okay? And then we go to the last thing in the game that we want to address. The last tip, probably the most important tip in terms of overall cleaning your overall gameplay. It's gonna be warming up, man. It's gonna be warming up. Now, this one feels like a bit of a cheap tip. A lot of people discredit though. A lot of people discredit. I'm gonna give you the perfect example, okay? I'm gonna give you the Kobe Bryant example. I've used this in a lot of my videos. The Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality was kind of to, you know, I'll give you an example of a quote I saw from Kobe. It was like, if he's at a certain level and then he's doing one workout a day, he's going to improve at, let's just say, I'm just giving a number here, chat, 10%, okay? Let's say 10% a year, okay? Let's just say that random number. But his opponent is doing the same thing that's already better than him. His opponent is also going to improve at 10%. So now you have you and your opponent improving at the same level. So I'll give you another variation. Imagine you right now watching this, we're going to call you Tim, okay? And we're going to call another subscriber watching this, we're going to call them John, okay? So Tim versus John, they're both platinum players. They both play the exact same time, both warm up the exact same way, they both watch my videos. They're both going to improve individually. But when they're playing, they're realizing, they're like, oh, listen, man, I'm getting better, but I'm not really making any progress. Well, the reason is you may be getting better, but so is everyone else. So not only do you need to get better, you need to get better at a faster rate than everyone else. And the way you do that is by putting more time in, putting more work in, okay? So this is why practicing is super important. Not only are you needing to work on your mechanics and your repetition and your muscle memory and your rhythm, you have to do more than the players better than you if we want to overlap them. So right now, I want you guys to think, what rank are you right now? Whatever rank you may be. Let's just say it's diamond, okay? But it applies to whatever rank you are. You want to hit crimson? There's going to be diamonds out there that are similar level to you, or maybe a bit better, and they are warming up the same amount as you. So if you're going to warm up the same amount as them, you have to make sure that your warm-up is so much more efficient that you get more value at the same amount of time. Or you could just do more than them. So the volume is the difference. If the volume is the difference, there is no need to be second guessing it. You are simply doing more work than them. And if you can add value and volume to your gameplay, then you are going to just be unbeatable. So right now, for example, while talking to you guys, I've shot 72 bots, okay? Now imagine they see me, they're like, right, oh, I want to get to your level, or I want to beat you, and they're shooting 75 bots a day. Let's just say I stop right now, which I'm not going to. Let's say I stop, okay? These 75 bots I've just had, this is me putting the gas pedal on to get further away from everyone watching my videos, because I want to stay at a point where I'm ahead of my subscribers so I can provide information. If I stop playing and get complacent, my subscribers will catch up and they will not need advice from me anymore, okay? So technically my job depends on me shooting bots and keeping ahead. So I'm telling you this as actual information. When I play rank play after not shooting bots, I'm not the same player. I'm a fraction of the player. Your muscle memory is warmer, your mechanics are clean, your shot is there. It just makes the game feel so much better, okay? Now, I know some of you guys don't have the time. It's just one of those things. That's okay. But if you want to get better, just like with everything, sacrifices have to be made, okay? So if you want to get better, you may not have the time. And that's, you know, I do completely understand that. I really do. But if you want to get better at a faster rate than your opponents, you have to try and make that time to do the dirty work, to do the boring work. If you can make bots fun, it is the key to improving your aim and just improving your mechanics. You even watch the pros talk about it. This is like a standout point for me. I literally heard Attach talk about this. He was talking about Snoopy in one of his videos with Sib or one of those off-season videos, okay? And he literally said a great example. He's like, Snoopy's a really, sorry, not Snoopy, Purge. He was talking about Purge. He goes, Purge is a really smart player, but mechanically, he could develop. He should be shooting more bots. And I just, like, when he said that, I was like, it is just as simple as that. It really is. Like, if you want to improve your mechanics, you need to spend more time in the mechanical area, which is the training, which is the private game. If you guys watch the pros play, the pros stream, look at what they do when they come online. I watch Abizi, who is one of the best shots of the sub. I watch Dashi, who has the best shot as an AR. And whenever I watch them, they are shooting bots to start off their stream. You know what I'm saying? They're getting ready. They're not only warming up their hands, they are also working on those mechanics. It's just like with anything. It's like any sports, anything you watch, chat, people are going to have to put time in the practice area so that you do it thousands of times. So in a match, you don't have to worry about it. It's just all muscle memory. Right there. Look, you see that, chat? You see how I shot and then stopped, shot and then stopped? It's like I said earlier, to reset the recoil pattern. Because I want to make sure that after I've missed the first few shots, obviously I don't want to, but if I have missed the first few shots, I don't want to just keep shooting. I'm going to slow it down, stop, reset, and go again. And that's going to be it. Those are 4 ways you guys can improve your shot. Right now, if you guys were hoping for some secret tip that, you know, no one's told you, I'll tell you right now, if you stay tuned to the end, it's going to be hard work and consistency. Okay? Also, if you're like, oh, listen, I shoot bots every day, I'm not getting better. You may be getting better, just not at the rate you want. So guess what? You put more volume in, okay? There is no one that can tell you the right amount of time. You may be someone that needs 10 hours of bots before you progress. I don't know. Or you could be someone that picks up so fast. It really isn't a defined metric. What I will say, though, is the more you do, the better you will get. Again, depending on how much you do and how frequent and stuff like that, that's up to you. You know, that's up to you. But I will tell you as a general formula, the more bots you shoot, the better your aim will be, the better your hand-eye coordination will be, the more warmed up you'll be, the more you'll start to understand the rhythm of the movement and the omni movement and the recoil pattern, and just your overall shot will just feel more crisp. You go through, you're like, right now I'll be able to kill that guy, slide cancel backwards. You can try more combinations. You can try more, look, one pump, combination, strafe, slide backwards. You can try more things. You can experiment more. And this all comes with the training ground. Things like this, I might say, right, what if I don't think I'm off this? How does it work? Let me try it. Put aim right there. Okay, cool. In a real game, I'm not going to have the timing to do that. Might snake once, jump backwards. You can try things here, which you can't do in the real game. This is your area to practice. This is your training ground. People don't use this, chat. I want you to imagine right now you're trying to become a basketball pro, okay? Bro, this is your court. This is your court where you play. Yeah? You're trying to get into the NBA. Bro, all of the magic happens on the court at home. Steph Curry, LeBron, all these greats. You see them like Steph Curry with his 3 throws, bro. Where do you think he practices? You know what I'm saying, chat? He doesn't just rock up on game day without practicing. These are thousands of hours in the practice area. And this is what the COD equivalent is, chat. You watch Dashi play? This guy lives here, bro. I watched the Sib stream the other day. This guy was here for like an hour and a half, shooting 400 bots. Just getting his repetition in. And that is what it takes to win at any level, okay? If you guys want to get better, chat, part of Arv's Asylum, I want to see you guys win. Let me know what specific topics you guys want me to work on this off-season. I know we're in the off-season. Everyone's getting ready for Black Ops 7. Yeah, everyone's having a little rest. For me, personally, I think this is a great chance. If you guys are really trying to lock in for Black Ops 7, utilize this time to get ahead of the competition. This is the summer, bro. This is the summer. Yes, it's off-season. Yes, other people are going to be chilling, doing that. If you guys are trying to compete next year or get better, don't feel like, oh, what can I do this season? No. You can still practice. Again, just like in basketball, this is the off-season. Some players are on holiday, some players are at the gym. You choose what you want to do. Now, if it's just a video game, you enjoy it as a hobby, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm not telling you not to, you know, do other things. That's fine. But for the people that are trying to get better, don't listen to everyone else. Don't look at this like, oh, it's the off-season. Doesn't matter. No. This is where you get better for the next season, all right? YouTube, you guys know the drill. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Your boy's trying to hit 50k for Black Ops 7. You know what I'm saying, chat? So if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoy the content, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.